Hey, this is Luke. Welcome to Lure It Up Podcast. Powered by Bazodi Magazine. We'll be interviewing local creators who were in and around the clock for the crop over season and beyond. Join us on this journey as we go behind the scenes of what makes crop over, crop over. Welcome to the Lure It Up Podcast, powered by Bazodi Magazine, recorded and produced by Robbie at Nameless Productions.
Welcome to Lure It Up Podcast with Basil D Magazine.
Tonight, we're here with a new episode of Lure It Up, and I'm here with both Rian and Stiffy from Vida by Esquire. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for inviting me, man. What's up?
Cool.
Respect him, man.
Easy. So I just want to jump straight into it. I want to talk about Vida by Esquire. Well, since this is your first year on the road, I know you launched in 2020. I want to hear from you to give our listeners an idea of what is Vida by Esquire and what they can expect for the road.
So, Vida by Esquire is a family amalgamation of a family idea that really and truly came to fruition in 2020, put on pause because everybody know what happened in 2020.
Yeah, exactly.
But now in full swing in 2023. I know I'm sitting here speaking to you and you're wondering, this voice sounds a little bit strange. So I have to start the conversation by saying that I was sent here by the boss lady.
Yeah, that's right.
Because the amalgamation is very much a Bajan creation, but it's based on a group of individuals that have a multinational makeup. So it's the Vida, Ryan Ford, Jin Ford, and myself, Rian Codrington, has been a part of the crop over landscape for about 5 years now. Well, before COVID.
Yeah, before COVID.
Yeah. Being as a part of a section with Beige for that time. We enjoyed our years there. And we also ventured outside of Barbados. We've been in Jamaica, we've been in St. Lucia, been in Miami, creating costumes and experiences for persons abroad with other bands as well, and doing so with a certain level of success and excitement to really be a part of different cultures and so on. Well, of course, Janelle and myself, we are J. Angelique. So we have been involved in fashion for almost 13 years now. So we have that experience as well, dealing from the fashion side, internationally and regionally. But you know who Ryan Ford is?
Yeah, you know who Ryan Ford is.
Everybody knows who Ryan Ford is.
That's correct.
We always say that when he was born, he was definitely wrapped in a Bajan flag.
Trust and believe.
So I myself, I've been to Barbados for the last 30 years. My granddad was Barbadian, and now I'm firmly married to Bajan.
So you practically Bajan all over.
Yeah, well, practically, and some of my best friends in the world are from Barbados, and I've spent a lot of time here. So our focus in Vida was really to express that Barbadian hospitality across the region and what we believe our level of service is. Now, this might be a little bit long-winded, but it does sound the same if you really think about what Esquire Entertainment represents. It's more or less the same thing. And they've been speaking to Ryan Ford, so the guys from Esquire Entertainment, the Anthony, Nigel, and Corinne, they've been friends for a very long time with Ryan Ford and have been speaking about doing something together for years. So it was really a family conversation that we decided, you know what, let's just stop talking about this and let's just do it. Our ethos is completely matched. It's identical. We want to have that high value experience across the board, giving persons value for money, giving persons new experiences, doing things differently, but doing it in a way that it results in a higher level of an experience for everyone involved, not only the masqueraders, but also our sponsors. Even for us as directors, we want to make sure that we do things differently, but we do it in such a way that it results in a high value product being created. So what you want to know about Vida by Esquire, you can figure it out via looking at Vida or looking at Esquire, and then really and truly thinking about what we could do together.
Yeah, because imagine, because both brands are powerhouses, because as you say, y'all are no slouches when it comes to the carnival world. You've moved around different sections in different areas that I don't think many other bands or many other brands, Barbadian brands, have done. Barbadian or even Trinidadian or Jamaican, you've gone to many different areas. So you've exported that model, that product already. So now it is to turn and come home and look to see what you could create in terms of what Kadooment and what creations you could have with Kadooment in mind and crop over as a whole.
Well, for us, it's always about product Barbados. From the get-go, we were always Barbados first in terms of expressing the culture, expressing what the artisans from Barbados have to offer. Through Janelle's design aesthetic, but also her focus on quality, and also similarly with Rian Ford's, passion for Barbados,
serious passion,
and the Esquire Entertainment guys, they have been focusing on delivering high quality products through the event landscape for years, and it was an extension of their focus of providing a quality product out of Barbados for everyone to enjoy when they come to Barbados.
Yeah.
So I think it's just us representing Barbados.
Yeah.
That's our focus. That's our main focus.
Because as you said with Esquire has been consistently, 10 years? 15 years? They've been in the entertainment landscape and they've delivered consistently a quality product. Every crop over, whether it's Bliss Beach, they used to have a New Year's party.
Right.
Like, I got people who's die hard Bliss people that every year them on the list and making sure them calling me early, the list coming out. You want to be on the list, you need any tickets, all that type of thing. We going down there and then it's like a whole production around Bliss. So, and they know that they could consistently get a quality product when it comes to Esquire.
Listen, when I am in meetings with these guys, with the directors, I am constantly amazed by the effort that they put into the littlest details. And I think, again, the ethos match perfectly because that's just the same way Janelle is. Very, very meticulous when it comes to the finest detail. And again, the focus on just delivering a quality product is Rian Ford.
Yeah.
So when you add all of those things together, you really get where our focus is.
Yeah. A real, yeah. Rian is very hardcore when it comes to delivering an excellent event.
Yeah.
So for your first year on the road, and the theme is Kindred Spirits.
Yes.
So could you tell us some more about that theme?
Yeah, of course. Now, again, it comes out of the actual makeup of our entity. There is a Mr. Barbados in Rian Ford. There is a Trini Bajan or Bajan Trini and Janelle. Janelle's mother is Trinidadian, but she was born in Barbados. She grew up in Barbados. Most of her adult years she spent back and forth between Trinidad and Barbados. She studied in Trinidad. I spent many of my childhood years here in Barbados, and I'm married to a Bajan. I love Barbados. Then we have Corinne, who is Trini Jamaican, but is married to a Barbadian and is living in Barbados and lives and works in Barbados. Then we have Anthony, who is Bajan Jamaican and living in Jamaica. And then we have Nigel, who is Bajan American. He lives in America. So when you really think about it, we looked at it and said, you know what? Everyone likes to think about the differences that we have, as islands and offerings for carnivals and mass and Kadooment and the differences that exist in the way the parties are. but we have a lot more in common than we have
That's true.
different,
We have
right?
differences. That's
So
true.
we really want to celebrate the fact that we are kindred spirits. We are one. When you look at it, we all have a representation of the same concepts that you leave Trinidad and you come across to Barbados, you see the same animals, you see the
True.
same types of plants, you eat the same types of food. You know, it might be prepared differently.
True. Hey, I mean, that's what I was just thinking about, you know.
Almost the same food.
Stiffy, you come here to lie to the people. You come in here to tell them that you never eat wild meat in
I
your
was
life.
offered, and I skipped that one. I missed that one.
No manacle.
They give me money.
Hey.
They trick me. They didn't tell me what it was till it was finished.
The funny part about this conversation, right?
Yes, hey.
The iguana egg is not my favorite either. But the funny part about this conversation is that Luke sits right here and I had him eating wild
He
meat a
gave me
couple
wild
of weeks
meat, yeah.
ago.
A whole set of wild
And
meat
he
that we
plenty.
went. No, yeah, we went.
We
No
have
139 was
yeah.
brought. We eat a whole set of wild meat.
You need to. I guess it's a part of the culture. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But one of my favorite dishes in life is pudding and sauce.
True.
Anybody
Tell me
who
that.
know me know that I will leave Trinidad every Friday night to come to Barbados to eat pudding and sauce on a Saturday and then fly back home. I'll go to a boat ride on Sunday and then probably go home Sunday night.
That's not right.
Right?
Sounds about
Anybody know that? I know
Paul
Janelle
Lee.
here in this now, she want to hit me through the mic, right? But the I would do that every weekend if I had an opportunity to, right? Similarly, I think that when we look at the Jamaican landscape, when we look at Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaica, yes, we can tell where the differences are, but we have a lot more in common than we have different. And I think we want to visually represent that the Caribbean and literally the region, other than the Caribbean, the region around us, even South America and so on, we have a lot more things in common than we do have differences.
Mhm.
And that's what we want to celebrate come Kadooment Day.
I like that. I really do like that ethos, especially as a star ethos. It really outlines the vision of the brand. It outlines where y'all intend to go and really sets the stage quite well.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of setting the stage, like as it comes to your band launches on April 2nd,
Yes.
Sunday, April 2nd, what is it that people could expect from the band launch? What can they look forward to? What should they expect?
Captivated imagery. And when I say so, we have spent a lot of time trying to frame moments in time in advance. So when we think about what a band launch is a representation of an idea. Yes, of course, it's models and costumes, but it's supposed to be a representation of a concept. Kindred Spirits, when you walk in there, you must understand what these commonalities are. When you leave, you must understand what these commonalities are. And for us, our focus is putting on an exhibition for Barbados to look and say, wow, I don't think anyone ever put so much effort into a band launch before. And I think that we've been discussing this band launch so long now that all of the concepts, as grand as they may be or as small as they may be, are constantly being upgraded or constantly being tweaked to make sure that we could give off something special. I can tell you that our focus is on the visual, but our focus is also on being as open to the public as possible. We want everyone to be able to interact with the costumes as closely as possible. Not to say too much, but that was always our strategy. We want you to be up close and personal, and we also want everyone to feel that energy that we have planned for Kadooment Day.
And as for you, Stiffy, when it comes to the band launch, what can we expect for you?
I'm ready for action. There's always a level of excitement when it comes to me performing, but it's a bigger something when I go perform for any of the 3 events separately, whether it be breakfast, whether it be Vida, whether it be Bliss. And now, with the 3 of them actually coming together, know that kind of experience, no carrying it over the top, you know what I'm saying? So, for me being behind the scenes and just looking at things where there's a blank script, listening to the concepts, hearing them explained, And then I know for sure that I can be taken away, but the day of, because the amount of work these people is putting behind the scenes and get these things done. And they don't live here.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the thing. It's been so amazing to watch these people work. You know what I'm saying? It's so amazing. And when did you know say, we jumping together. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't talk much, but when she speak, you know, it should be very, very on her A game to bring that kind of level of, experience. Because let me be frank, some people might not even leave Barbados to get that kind of experience, and you get that kind of level of service, you get the ambience, you get the experience. You will never believe you actually in Barbados. Yeah. Some of the places Rian is carrying me, I don't believe that he's a Trinidadian. I live in Barbados, and this man carry me all over Barbados, like he live here. You know what I'm saying? So locations, coming down to all of that stuff, it just be something big to me in my book. So I'm looking forward to it. Just for the mere fact I went to the venue today and I just I actually take a picture because I know that when I show people what is the outcome after that, they never believe it. They will never believe it.
Never believe it. Very nice tucked away location.
Yeah, I mean, family. Everything is family.
Yeah.
You know, the VXC Gardens really is a part of the family setting. And I think that, again, I'm trying to avoid saying too much because I don't want to... Expectation is something, especially coming out of the carnivals recently.
Yes.
I don't really want to say something and then someone misunderstands what I'm trying to explain, and then they come with a specific expectation, and we don't live up to their expectations. But what I will say is that our focus is really to that shock factor, that wow factor. When you step into the zone, you feel like if this is what I was missing. This is what I was missing in Barbados for crop over. This is what I was missing in Trinidad for carnival. This is what I'm missing. And even when I go to Jamaica and all, I missed it. This is what I was missing. I think that some of the plans that we've put in place and some of the partners that we've been chatting with over the last few months, I think that everyone is excited to show that they can execute something. Coming out of Park Out, and the feedback that we got from Park Out, it's just like, nobody thought you can do this like this. And I think that that's what we want to do consistently. We don't necessarily want to do things ultimately just differently all the time like that. But we want to make sure that we elevate the product every single opportunity we get.
I like that answer. That's actually very good. Yeah, Park Out, it was good to see, like, after 2020, that once the brand launched, it didn't just poof and vanish into air until now. Like, y'all maintain brand presence in terms of Park Out and having those events, and then just delivering a quality event, especially in a new location that people hadn't used before and with a different concept that wasn't too familiar to people here.
Yep.
So I really like that. I thought that was, again, it's hard for brands to make a presence in the market, but you still manage to do that. Again, they're both strong brands separately, but joining together, then you never quite know, would it go this way, would it go that way, but it was still good to see the brand presence in that type of way. Yeah. So I guess that's what also people could come to expect.
Yeah.
Whether it's from the band launch or on the road.
Well, I'm going to add something else too. I think that coming to the band launch is just the beginning. I think that the way we designed our experience is not just band launch and stop, and then Kadooment Day and stop.
Right.
We have taken a look at the experience of the Cup Over season from a different standpoint. So we look at it as the band launch is the phase one. That is the point where we start. And then, just like snakes and ladders, we have some ways to go along the way where you are starting at the band launch. And then we could talk about this because I also took Stiffy today as well to the band house, where the band house is going to be.
Wow.
And there's a band house experience as well that we're planning. We have a couple new events that we want to introduce as well throughout the crop over season. And really and truly, we're going to try to bring that family setting back into the festival, where we will be popping up at different places and hanging out. And some of these spots where, again, there's so many great places in Barbados to just hang out and hold a good time, have
That's
a good,
true.
hold a good vibe and, just, spend some quality time with your friends, even if it gets a little wild at the end of the night, a little too many
That's
rum
true.
sours.
Yeah.
or, even if that's the case, we want to really, really incorporate that approach. And again, I speak from a place of being wowed by that aspect of the Barbadian culture, even as a kid. And now as an adult, rolling with my, my close friends, with Rian Ford, hanging out with Rian Ford, hanging out with Stiffy, hanging out with all my Bajan friends. We learn so much about the culture that we want to make sure that we keep it going,
Yeah. I like that you can always, as you look to involve yourself and wrap yourself in the culture and really embrace it. And I do like the concept too that you can have hangout events that aren't necessarily ones that break the bank.
Right.
Everything doesn't necessarily have to be like big flashy show, fireworks type of thing. You can have these nice little, I guess, I don't know if they would be like band fats, but
well,
not Mr. Designer Jacqueline. You do it big. You do it big. Coming back from my Haiti days, now we get flashbacks just now.
Haiti, yeah, that's true.
Flashbacks just now. The first time I ever get a linen shirt, let me tell you about it. You understand? So you understand, Stiffy, country boy, I never been to this kind of
fancy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I'm trying to figure out like how to put myself like, what I can sing here,
exactly.
What I can do, and I step out in linen from talking. I never drink champagne so much. Like my first time I know about brown pain, I never drink brandy and champagne yet till I touch Haiti. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was gonna be, how to put it, a higher echelon than the regular backyard facts or the actual, regular stuff. But I didn't know exactly what to prepare for. And that would one of the ones that was really epic was Gun Hill.
Gun Hill.
I never see Gun Hill.
Gun Hill. That Haiti
you know
was.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
The one in Kensington. Kensington get transformed inside out.
Yeah,
and
for that like Haiti.
Man, I tell you, anybody has ever been to an event held by any of the entities involved, know what they're gonna get or can forecast what's in the package for you.
Because it like as you would have mentioned, the attention to detail at Kensington,
detail.
She had her logo on the elevator, so like it was on the door. So then it was split with the door and driver. And I was like, I've never, and as simple as that is, like little stuff like that has impressed me. Like there was a year I went to Bliss, I think it was 2019, 2018, and they had garbage cans, but they had take some kind of glitter material and wrap them. So it wasn't like, you weren't just seeing blam, a burger can in Millie Fat, like a garbage can there. I mean, it's practical, this utilitarian, but it did in Millie Fat, it don't really add to the ambiance. But you wrap it in something now, it's like, I could still see it as a garbage can, but you put that attention to detail into a little extra effort.
Let me release some information. Yeah, I could do that because, I could do that. We had a meeting recently, right? And Janelle and her team, I'm part of the team too, but she and her outside team presented the goodie bag strategy. What is that?
I can see that. I think if I try to get in her mind, I know where I'm going. So
we had to sit down and look at a presentation of what they want to introduce to the goodie bags. And I'm just sitting there like, I was aware that the work was happening behind the scenes,
right.
But I didn't understand that this is the level. Well, I understood it because, I'm practically with her 24/7.
Exactly.
But sitting down, and I wasn't next to her at the point in time, and sitting down in the meeting, just like all the other directors, and we're listening to the plans for the goodie bag. I'm just like, I have to talk about this outside of this meeting, And I'm just like, I don't know when I'll get the opportunity to, but I'm going to talk about it. And similarly to that, I think if anyone sits in a meeting with Anthony, Nigel, and Corinne, they would understand that these guys are no-nonsense guys when it comes to delivering a qualty product.
Yeah. They put a lot of effort into
it's absolute no-nonsense.
I get massaging there. First time I get in effect. Like you said, this cannot be real.
Yeah.
This cannot be real.
I think too the trust factor as well between us and also with our suppliers is there. You know, when they know, okay, we're going to jump into this Kadooment Day experience, our suppliers know we're not really interested in anything subpar. You know. And that definitely doesn't mean expensive either, you know, because we are very cost conscious, we're very price conscious, and we want to be an inclusive band for most people, where you know whatever you pay, you're going to get value for your money. So even though we are very much focused on this high quality product, it does not necessarily mean that we are going to be overpriced or we're going to outprice the market or anything like that. I think the focus is just on doing it in a way where the people who jump in on Kadooment Day could understand, VXE spent some time thinking about the product.
Correct.
Because I always tell people it's not necessary that you have to come out on the road with champagne and caviar, or that you need to do that in effect for it to be quote unquote a good for it to be a good fit, not saying appear at lunchtime, right? But you know, if you dedicate the time, because I've also watched brands that started out good, and you could watch them start to cut corners because they look.
That's the biggest issue that you can have in crop over.
Biggest issue.
You advertise one thing, and when you get is a totally different.
It's a completely different thing. I watch brands sit down and cut corners, and you watch the product
shut my eye and comfortably see that this team that I am watching, I keeping my eyes on them because I ain't gonna let them do magic again, and I don't want to see. I want to see everything. You know what I'm saying? I actually had the pleasure of going to Trinidad and actually sitting down in the shop, in the lab, in the warehouse, and watching these costumes put together. Sleepless nights, seeing this thing, and this thing is magic. This thing is magic. You got to be really on your A game for this kind of thing. If the actual, when it comes down to, I didn't even know that it's so much work with the actual web. When we went to the man as well, the things and the feathers and all this kind of, I didn't know that this thing's so intricate. I didn't know. And then you transfer that from that part, and you have the events of it. It's so much. I don't know what to say.
So much moving parts that even as you say, like that stuff that I didn't necessarily think about in terms of the goodie bags, but I've heard people talk about it. Like, you know, I said, my goodie bag had in a condom and powdered milk. Like, corn curls and things like that. I can't understand what these people doing. Yeah, 3 condoms and nobody don't.
Never seen them in the Asian market, but you get
and a little bottle of rum and that way, I can't understand why paying me money for da. So you've heard it a number of times over. So it is good to see that, like, there's again attention to detail going into the brand in that type of way, that all the levels are thought of, that the customer experience is streamlined. And again, as I would have said, you had experience going throughout the region. Like in Jamaica, I saw y'all with Exodus. I think that was in either 2018 or 2019. 2018, yeah. The black costume.
Right, we had the black costume. Yeah. I think it's 2018. Then we had a seller, which was one of our best selling costumes ever. The costume that was inspired by Ethiopia. That did extremely well. In Jamaica. I mean, to be quite honest, right? Janella has had some of the best performing costume designs in the region, you know. Yeah. Firebird for Beach was beyond amazing. Flying Stars for Marshall Montano when he did his section for Beach.
Okay, that's true, that's true.
Right. Yeah. Then we had a seller in Jamaica. We had the black costume in Jamaica. I mean, I've been working in it, so sometimes you'd already take time to sit back and understand the changes that you've made in the industry as well, or encouraged in the industry. And I mean, props to her. She's one of the most hardworking individuals, if not designers, in the world, you know. And I think that staying plugged into the culture is also very important for her. So even though her ready-to-wear is global now, and she's doing very well on that front, I think it's very important. We always speak about it. It's very important to make sure that home is home, and home is well represented. So it's important for us to be a part of this landscape as well, to kind of show that costuming and costume design and experience creation, experience management is something that we've been focusing on. And again, the support that we've been getting from Esquire Entertainment, Anthony, Nigel, and Corin has been really and truly like a blessing to see that people believe in you as much as you believe in them. And basically, we're working together towards a shared goal. I think that's priceless. You hardly see that these days.
Hardly. Honestly and truly, because a lot of people just focus on money. So it's not, you don't ever really get.
Beginning, everything is start good with good intention, and as the brand grows, then the quality level starts.
Yeah.
But luckily, I have not seen a chink in the armor of these guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very thankful and comfortable to for these guys to actually let me be a part and see what's going on, because I only come on as the entertainment is I'm not a part of the group or anything, but I become family. You know what I'm saying? Me and Ryan are very close. Me and Janelle are very close, and me and the other Ryan is very close. So it's like they always try to find out what makes me more comfortable to give them the Stiffy that they would have saw when they first see me performing. So they always ask me if I'm comfortable, who I want to perform with, any timing, this is how the stage gonna be. So I always get an ear in, or I can actually say something towards my performance rather than just, or you performing at 12, run up on stage and run back off. It is not that with these guys at all. It's not that. Very, very, very professional from the beginning. And even know that we are friends, this professionalism is still first and then friends after, because it's still a business and we continue to do, you know, the things from the beginning the same way that they've been done before. If anything, is to improve and not to take away from what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. That's how it should be, you know?
Yeah.
The same way as you mentioned with Esquire and those, like, the quality has been consistent. So you don't gotta worry now that there's a new band, man. I don't know how these fellas gonna be on the road, you know, because you know, I figure I'll get them my money.
You're working, you're spending your hard-earned money.
Yep, that's
it. So you don't want to be, you know, half-stepping,
shaky.
And you know that you don't want that Bajan tongue to burn you. So you know what time it is. You know
exactly.
So it's pretty safe to say this is just another nail in the coffin. You know what I mean? To just solidify, you know, let people understand and hear the voices of actual people behind. So that when they see Ryan behind me, just don't take that he's security. You know, or the editing in score, he just said, "I'll use that. You look familiar. You find the wedding." And you talk, people tell me so. You think. You find the wedding, and then it's good on that whole thing. So he's actually, you know, he actually has a job in Barbados. He's actually doing things, not just seeing.
I have been stopped in the streets of Manhattan. This is not a lie. And a lady say, "Who's the designer, man?" And I am just like, "Hi, my name is Ryan. Nice to meet you."
I go cut. He must say, "You look weird for me. You look weird for me." And we just turn and look. I say nothing. Just turn. She said, "You see my for the wedding." So you understand, and for the people that don't know what we talking about, is an inside joke, but that that wedding should be recorded. They think it recorded something, but anywhere that they don't see the wedding, they see it through my phone or somebody's phone, and it was just all over the place. And people was like,
I didn't watch it.
You understand? So that is just a man.
We waiting. I think we would release we have a very long wedding video.
So I could imagine the goodie bag, because there was women at the wedding that take off the shoe and had on slippers that was, you know what I mean? That was from the wedding thing. So they had their own slippers. So you could understand they had on Jane 4 slippers. Her foot put on Jane 4 slippers. So I can imagine if Janelle put a goodie bag somewhere, but what it would got in.
Like people can't see my face. It blowing my mind. My mouth here open because like that's what he's saying. Wait,
Jane 4 slipper.
But that's what he's saying. Like you know, when bridezillas, women's normally focus on themselves. That to put stuff there for other women. You know, you should gonna burn you.
That event was the most difficult event I ever planned in my life. It took a lot of time, a lot of effort. I mean, it was really amazing to see your plans come to life. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to talk about the wedding.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we had the Royal Barbados Police
the
Band.
Mere fact the planning,
and that was
thoughts, and executing the visions that you got. That is amazing in itself to me. So with them telling me the vision, it is something to see. You have to see this on our phone. Stay tuned. Follow all the social media handles. Keep your eyes glued on.
I mean,
whatever.
There's a mini elephant in the room as well, because we have here one of our partners sitting down here interviewing me. So I want to look to tell the people a little bit about what's up.
I didn't think Robbie know this, right? Yes, Bazadi, for the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be doing a section in a Kadooment band. So, you see. I ain't even saying I heard Robbie here.
Heads are rolling on.
Right? I ain't got brass up once we left the studio. But yes, for the first time ever, we'll be doing a section. Because when I spoke to y'all in 2020, I like the ethos of the brand. I already knew Vida. I already knew Esquire Entertainment separately. So it was interesting to see them join forces. And then you came in 2022. Ryan came in 2022. Not just Ryan Ford. He came, yeah. And we started to speak. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's that kind of time. And I went back to the team. The team was like, you know what? It's that kind of time. And that was early up. That was like, what, July, August?
I can't even remember when Ryan sent me the message. He was just like, we need to have Bazodi as a part of our brand because Bazodi understands the Barbadian culture better than most. And I'm just like...
Yeah.
I was just like, I mean, you were born in a Barbadian flag. If you say so.
If he says so.
Then yeah.
He probably say cool in that.
Yeah. Slow a little.
Definitely, yeah.
No, but we are very proud to know that you guys at Basel, they did see the vision as well. And I mean, it goes without saying. And I mean, we have others on board as well for the culture. I can say this now, Rhythm Tribe is also a part of VXE, so the cultural element, we also want to express that. Events Barbados is also a part of VXE. All right, we have one other I can't mention right now.
You never leave that for
I don't know if the ink dry on that yet, but we have others that we will be speaking about over the next couple of weeks. That people will realize that we've been speaking to these guys for years.
Yeah,
and I think that it's just a representation of what we're trying to do. We're trying to create that setting where everyone gets to contribute. I mean, our social media manager is very pro Barbados. Raw Soul,
yes,
is her brand.
Raw Soul, yeah,
and she's pro Barbados, very much so, making sure that we stay true to our promises as well. So, I mean, we have spent time putting together like this family unit where we need to represent Barbados in everything that we do. I know it sounds strange coming from a sing-song accent, but I could tell you, when I'm in North, these guys know that I am a Bajan.
He roast breadfruit. I think normal. He plug in. Get right.
Come on. And it is mellow.
Yeah, we got a section. The end wasn't dry yet, so we can't say nothing.
No. I mean,
I just like you, Robbie. No. I don't know either, dog. I just found this out. We get up. That's all you think.
But I think what it represents is, if you really think about it, right? Look at all of the entities put together. It's the same.
That missing. Yeah, Basili was missing. You see?
Yeah, everybody's just everything is the same. It perfect sense. You know?
It makes sense. That's the word we using for crop over. It makes sense.
I like
that's
Kadooment with seats and moving.
I like, right? Exactly.
It makes sense. Huh?
It makes perfect sense, really and truly.
We ain't dealing with nothing that don't make sense. Don't even start it.
So I like that. The brands all deliver the quality product. And like I said, I went and I see it.
Standalone. Each brand
standalone quality products. So I was like, all right, I ain't got to worry that nobody gonna start doing dodgy things behind the scenes, or nothing funny gonna happen, or nothing gonna disappear.
Yeah, just that you rich and switch technique.
Yeah. I didn't have to worry about that. So I was like, all right, this makes perfect sense. And the brand ethos aligns. So I don't have to say this body so far over here and Bazzi over here is like how the two of them working together. It's like all of them synchronized, you know. So
Yep.
a lot of synchronicities between the brands. So I didn't have to worry again that my followers would look at and be like, what do you say again? Now here's some money grab.
I'm gonna be real, you. I can say this now. All the events that they have held together, right?
Careful.
I have never partied in none of these events before. Even I partied in Kensington, where Haiti was.
Yeah,
Never partied in that section.
true.
Hill, never, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Breakfast, all 3 times of breakfast in a different
Little keep moving.
different location, keep moving. So study it. Bliss, EXL to the back. That was that one. And like, I mean, like, the venues are
different.
The whole experience of the transport board bus and that whole
that was different.
I really impressed with what the teachers always come with. So that's what I tell you. I keep my eyes open because I don't want the magic to get past my eyes at all.
When I wave them fingers, that's true, you know, because Bliss, cause the first Bliss I went to, I was talking to somebody about that today, Pollard's Mill. I had never went down there before. It was that 2015, 2014, years ago. I never see a fat going on there since then.
In Barbados,
The places in Barbados, that don't sit fill up. But if you know not that don't, then you want to look at that. And that had everything. And as you say, up in the back of it, so that was 2015, 2016, that was top class. That was big. Big.
That big game massage, that was real.
I remember actually going to Bliss with Stiffy. And Stiffy had to perform and Private Rian was the DJ. That experience for me, I was on stage with Stiffy at that point in time because remember, I'm the security, right? That's what people think.
That was a big moment for me too.
And I was there to witness firsthand the power of music, like standing up, and power of bashment soca. That's a whole different topic.
That's a whole different other conversation.
Yeah, you know, the power of bashment soca at its peak. And I remember Private Ryan being genuinely excited that he had to back Stiffy for Bliss. And I was there sitting down looking at it. And I'll tell you this much. I knew Private Ryan from before. But I had absolutely no idea that he knew Stiffy music so well.
Yeah, because we in practice.
He in practice. He not give him nothing. He just tells Stiffy, nah,
I got you. I smell so I got you.
And then Stiffy running the stage and that, and he run Stiffy tunes.
Everything.
Listen, that was one of the greatest experiences I had.
That was a big moment for me. If you know, on my bucket list, that was one of them that I don't check off. So I was glad that I was able to experience that at Bliss. All the other performances, epic. From the Haitis coming down, I can't say I had a bad performance. I got most of them recorded. So later on when my movie come out, people will see that. I got some good footage from breakfast, Haiti, anything that these guys were on the road. I got footage from them. And sometimes, like, how to put it, like, when people take a chance on you because they might not necessarily know what your gives or whatever. Right. These people take a major chance on me. So for sure I'm going to be, I can always be there to give back, you know, any of my services all the time. Because even sometimes I get asked questions on what I think about DJs and certain things, and I always give my input, you know what I mean? And even if I ain't performing, I did. So they take a chance on me and he go into this, and that's what helped build the backbone of Stiffy Star Quality. Without these stages, I don't think that I would be to this level.
Imagine that.
Meeting all these people all the time. These these events, I rub my shoulders with people that I've never met before. So it leading, you know.
And it's crazy how we met, right? Quick story. Crazy how we met. I'm in a club in Trinidad with my cousin who's Bajan. And a song playing, and then I hear her singing along, and I'm just like, yo, who's this? Who's this singing this thing? I think it was Maintenance Man, I think, from what I remember.
Yeah, that was,
and she's like, that shit, you know, he, you know, I know him. I was like, yo, when you meet him again, tell him whenever he land in Trinidad, he's safe. Don't need to worry about nothing. And then like 2 weeks time,
and then get ready to go to Trinidad.
And that's how we met, you know. And from that day, you know, it's like,
mother was like, when you get there, call this number. And you good, you don't gotta worry. And that was it. And you know, hearing a Bajan tell you, to good Trinidad, you always get these. Be careful, keep your eyes open.
Yep.
Don't take that for nobody. I had none of that. I ain't had none of that at all. I can tell you, when they land at airport is all gravy. Let me go.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
from
good.
there, inseparable because we do everything from there.
That's very good. It's good to hear like friendships form and then go into business and support each other.
But what is that? That is the Kindred Spirits. So
Ah.
when you really think about it, is the theme speaks for itself. That's what it is all about. You know, is the fact that we are one more than we are different.
True.
You know what I mean? And I think that even though it's gonna have a lot of literal representation in the costuming, that's the overarching theme. Like we want to make sure that everyone understands that we are one more than we are not one.
True.
You know what I mean? So we need to spend more time celebrating our commonalities, you know?
Yeah, because people are too quick to highlight differences. Bajans speak like this, Trinity speak like this, them do this, we don't do this.
Bajans walk up, Chinese wine.
Yeah. But don't
none of them things
celebrate.
matter at the end of the day.
They
you know what I
don't.
mean?
They really don't. And I see people who don't go through that carnival saying, you go down there, the Bajans, the Trinities don't like, yeah, nice, go down there, and people be like, you're a Bajan? You have a carnival? Say, have a happy carnival. I was be like,
I heard that. I was
so much.
For the first week or so when I went to Trinidad, it was like tight.
Yeah, you're frightened, you know, you don't want to talk, that nobody hear the accent. Yeah.
That was a whole thing, and that was just a hoax. It's a
big
if
hoax,
you're a genuine person, the energies meet, you gonna find people that love you all over the world.
Trust
I
me.
ain't feel none of that at all on me in Trinidad.
At
I never
all.
feel
I
it.
definitely don't feel that here.
Exactly. See, that's what it's supposed to be. You Bajan, you down here.
Caribbean airport, you drink all over. You cut that. I'm gonna drink all over. You know what I mean? He good. I don't even have to. He ain't gonna put in no videos. He ain't gonna do nothing. He just is a.
If he know more spots than you, are you sure he know more spots than me?
I know about all
He just
that.
surprised me every time he can hit. Real talk. That's just him learning and getting into the culture of, the things here.
As you say, you can appreciate it. Because I mean, you could get a passport, your grandfather's a Bajan, so you're right.
I mean,
you're
now
right
I can get easier than ever.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I see the whole experience of Trinidad from the side of manufacturing and going through that whole thing. My full experience, and that was just meeting. You know what I'm saying? I was just me meeting. The music was starting to take off, so obviously needed somebody that was there in Trinidad to, you know what I mean? And then to find out that Janelle is a Bajan. Is it Bajan? Is it Bajan? You know what I'm saying? And then he was able to show me, you know what I'm saying? So imagine that.
And you really
when music no taking off, and then you Trinidad, the place where again, frightened of, and then to be able to meet two people that are involved in it and that could show me what's going on firsthand. That experience is.
That's you was lucky. You fortunate. That's fantastic.
Very, very, very.
You know, show you the ropes. That's good. Real good. And as you said, to take you under your wing and you don't gotta worry about nothing. You don't gotta fret. You ain't gotta worry about where you land at night. Nothing so at all.
Nice if you have a room in Trinidad anytime you land.
As you said, that perfectly exemplifies the commonalities that we have as a people.
It's love. It's all love.
Exactly. All as a Caribbean people is all love. I really do like that. That's another one I need to know. I'll definitely listen back over.
You can get some.
Right, I get enough little things to follow her there. So
it
definitely.
Makes sense. Right. You can know. For sure.
Kadooment seats are moving all of that. Yeah. It's good thing. So okay, there's so much. So how many sections? How much information could we? I just want to know how many sections are there that people can afford to.
I would I'll approach this like if I'm in front of the classroom. There are at least 7 sections.
I like that one.
There are at least 7 sections. I had the pleasure of being at one of the photo shoots recently. And let me tell you, fire.
Hot.
That's good. I mean, that's the same thing with Jen that you don't have to worry about. I mean, like the black costume, again, to go back to that, like you don't normally see black costumes because to do a good black costume is hard. And then she had the wings, but it wasn't wings with feathers. It was like a lattice work and it had diamantes in it that sparkle in the sunlight. I can still remember a picture that I took of this girl in black and it looked sleek. It looked nice. It was like kind of black swan.
Side note, we could get back to the costumes. You know one of Jen's favorite pictures you took? You know that?
Really? Me?
Yes, in Beach House.
And Beach House. That
You
was
read- you read-
It was 2018 when I was up in
Yeah.
Chaguaramas.
That was her profile picture for a while.
Yeah. I
I'm
was
thinking
She
about
got our
it
red dress, so
actually.
you know,
Yeah.
actually.
With
If you
the-
take
with
that,
the
you know
wire
our
bra.
picture. That's she.
So a lot of things people don't know about Janelle, you know. Janelle's the first person ever to do a Monday wear collection ever.
Wow.
So every time you see a Monday wear collection jumping out anywhere, just know Janelle Ford started that. I can sit down here and I not be worried about anybody coming and tell me anything.
Exactly. Put your hand on the blast.
I could say that without any fear of anything. And also wearing wire bras in fets.
Yeah. That is true. Because before I didn't say that's true.
We had a ready to wear
You gotta see
collection.
my
where-
mom, he good.
Hey, you can hear.
I don't be gluing.
That man know everything in the warehouse. Everything.
Yeah.
Get the glue burns
Nah,
on already.
if I need to whip out the
Everything.
glue gun, I could whip out the glue gun. I know how to deal with it. But I mean, I just saying that to because I reminded myself when you were talking about the design, and I was just saying, one of Jen's favorite pictures you took in the beach house. Yeah, remember that.
No wearing web bras and things. A thing.
It's a thing, no. It's a thing in a fact, yeah.
Yeah.
And girls just designer accessory. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of being in Trinidad at the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Girls, the ladies coming for the Monday wear. Is the Monday wear choosing your wishes? You want me to
The Monday wear, yeah.
Monday wear.
Monday wear.
I mean, we don't really we still involved in that thing, but there's a lot of new players in the game, and when you're mature in an industry, you really try to let everybody express themselves. So we don't really be a part of it like as much as we used to before the Monday wear industry, that is. But I mean, it's good to see that something that she started, and I'm not saying that she's the first person to do Monday wear. That is not what I said. What I'm saying at all. She's the first person to do a Monday wear collection.
Right.
And I think that now that is like almost a regular staple for most carnivals. That kind of downplayed version of the masquerade. I think that's something that a lot of people don't do. Abejan, was the first person to do
splash down there,
a Monday wear collection for Trinidad Carnival, right? So, but to answer the question of how many sections, there are at least 7.
At least 7.
At least 7. There are many options. Actually, I'll say this outright without anybody asking. There are many options for many different body types.
Okay, that's good. Because I know you did mention that you want the band and the brand to be as inclusive as possible.
Yeah, of course. We always focus on inclusivity. And I think that's another something that sometimes we don't want to be outward and express that too much to make anybody feel like, any given way about themselves. But at the end of the day, we have something for everybody.
Yeah.
Every single body type, every single preference in terms of if you're a more conservative individual, but you still want to jump, you have conservative options. If you're a little more daring and you want to do something a little more, out there, we have options for you as well.
That's one of the elephants in the room when it comes to, because people say more, because I'm on the street side, so I can give you what the average Bajan gonna say, and that's one of the things that always comes up. Oh, the costumes, and I might be scared because I don't want to reveal so much or whatever. They think that is a skinny girl sport. It's not that. It's not that at all.
No.
So inclusion of all sizes, all shapes, all forms. You covered.
I like that because that's just like you said. That's the conversation we starting to hear coming out.
Yeah.
I just carnival as a whole and carnival designs. It's like you see a lot of women saying, "What's this costume? I can't fit in this." I don't follow.
Because you see the model look that way,
Exactly.
you think that it's not for you.
Yeah.
But also a lot of people don't know that. Again, I mean, I could speak about my wife from now till next week, but Janelle she went to design school, Central St. Martin's.
Oh, wow.
In London.
In London?
So she did lingerie design. She did other elements of design. So when she designs a costume, she takes into consideration multiple body types. When we do wire bras, her focus is on comfort more than anything else. So you would tend to see, for example, with Flying Stars and Firebird, we would have had a large number of wire bra orders, which at the time, it wasn't standard.
Mhm.
You'd have a lot more regular bras and so on, because the people weren't really accustomed to having a comfortable coverage option wire bra.
Yeah.
One size fits all. That way was a
Yeah.
concept.
So is that?
It was one size fits all before.
Well, no. Sometimes it's just designed for style and not for comfort.
For comfort, that's true.
So our focus. Well, I would say our ethos in J. Angelique is always that you want to be sexy, yes, you want to be daring, but at the end of the day, you want to be able to dance, you want to be able to walk around comfortably.
And you won't follow, you know?
Yeah, no, and I've been many a times fixing backpacks on the road, helping girls with tie their bras properly and stuff. They've been doing this for years, and I think that every experience you learn something new. And I think that I'm proud to say that for VXE we're gonna have enough options. For if you like this style, you want that style, you like this style, you want this coverage, you have that coverage, you want this bikini style, you want Brazilian, you want a thong, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have options readily available. Color options, not gonna mention them, but they're there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything we spent a lot of time trying to check off all of the boxes. Knowing very well that people have options. We very aware of that, but we want to make sure that if you have some preference, it exists.
Yeah.
In our spectrum.
That you could get it. Yeah, because, there were some women say, okay, I had a thong before when I was younger, but now I'm older, I'm more mature, I want to carry myself a certain way. I still want to jump. I still want it to be sexy.
Still want to show a little something.
Right, but I don't want it to necessarily have to go down in my scrap.
No, I want to still see a little side jiggle.
Right, exactly.
So you get a bikini cut, a Brazilian cut instead of a thong. Yeah, no. We take all these things into consideration, and we have members of our team like Camille. Camille always reminds us, listen, they need to have something for the ticky sweets, and I'm saying to myself, when we look at the mood boards and when we put together all the costumes and so on, I say we have stuff for Camille and the ticky sweets. And we have bam, 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 we have at least these options here, and that's how we go about it. And at the same time, monokinis, wire bra, full monokinis with just a wire bra option as well. Full-on monokinis, like full coverage monokinis, we have those options as well. So at the end of the day, I think we spent a lot of time and effort doing our research and stuff, catering to most. Yeah,
because I got a friend Paula, and she speaks very highly. I think she was in Flying Stars, and I think she was in Firebird too as well.
Yes, Janaza put it with Paula.
Yeah, she believed in the one of that. She is probably one of the people that made me really actually sit up and notice what's going on here. Like, it's not just another section. That's when I started to realize, because she came back, she started talking about the breakfast that y'all did at here.
A full breakfast.
Full breakfast. And I jump in bands already that breakfast, them say them providing breakfast, I still waiting for the water. You asking people where the water is, the man said, listen, because you're asking, I tell the man come to me eventually, I said, listen, we ain't got a contract for no water. So start asking me for water. Where do you drink? Try come. And I said, okay, cool, no problem. Pain. You down there 7 o'clock in the morning, you thirsty, And I said, okay, cool.
We speak in here, and I sure Rian Ford want to. He ain't even listening to this, and you say breakfast, and he want to just come here and sit down and kick me out and say, because
exactly.
Because his focus, even though his event is breakfast, his focus for Vida over the last few years is ensuring that we had a full breakfast. And I mean, even in our breakfast, you could potentially get mimosa.
Hey,
you could get wine.
I think Paula talked about this.
You could get all of this at our breakfast. So this is just for our section.
If I did that right, she said that was the section.
Champagne. You could get most things.
Yeah.
And on the road, we had our own drink runners. We had our push carts with our Vida Punch every year. Rian creates a new new cocktail. I would call it a concoction. A new cocktail every year that he would himself would ensure that lives up to his standard, and we would serve that on the road to avoid people always having to go to the drink truck, right?
Recently.
So we take care of our people, it goes without saying. And I mean, people may not know me personally, I may not know Jen personally, but trust on Rian Ford.
Yeah.
Trust on Esquire Entertainment.
Esquire
to make sure that you are well fed, make sure you have a lot of options for drinks. And I think the conversations that I'm hearing happening, I could promise you that you're going to have quality brands to look forward to partnering with us as well.
Mm-hmm.
And also the experience is going to ensure that if you are a particular person that you like X, it's available.
Exactly.
The
No.
nearest option there for you. But
Yeah.
I've seen the brand list and it's very upscale.
You see, you got sneak peeks and
Yeah.
you know
I
things
tell
that
you
I don't know.
Shut him with your thoughts.
Stiffy, see your costume too?
Hey, you
You
see?
you said it's not just another section.
Exactly.
It's not that. It's
You
not
see?
that.
You see things I know things you know. So
Right.
it balance out.
Yeah.
You know, got me getting sleep now. She's so too confident. I down for the road. It's an exercise journey, and through the
It truly
years,
is.
with each activation of whatever visualize, whatever rag bring to the board, whatever these guys do, I'll be waiting for the next year to see how big they can come again. Because
No.
I know they can top whatever they do last time.
Honestly, because with Haiti, like to go back there, that, as you said, that activation
Mhm.
at Gun Hill,
Mm-hmm.
for me, transformed Gun Hill, and it was a prototype for a lot of other parties after that. A lot of other parties.
Yep.
And that she stepped that bar, that stand up. People say, wait,
Mhm.
she do this, why you could do this too? And
Correct.
you know, word for word, bar for bar, them copy it
Correct.
down to a T because it was such a good concept. And I had never seen anything like that before at Gun Hill. Everybody who come away saying, yo, that was so good. As you say, Brian Payne.
He land off, he playing in carry,
Yeah.
he roll every day, and I'm not seeing the nuts and bolts turning like this, and then when they show up, T10 like,
Yeah. Proper do.
I mean, some things
Proper
that you
do.
said there I can comment on, and some I would not comment on.
I tell you,
But-
we're going linen. She's Stiffy and linen, and man, I can't keep waiting
Exactly
up.
right.
Cleans the line.
I don't look at weight at all. That's true.
But I'll say this much: Ginford Haiti will return.
Ooh.
I think that the date and so on, whether it be this year or next year or later this year, I can't say.
Mm.
That's all up to Janelle when she's ready. But it will return. But Ginford Haiti was a part of our experience that we cherish dearly. We really, really enjoyed that event.
That was a good event.
So much memorable moment.
I mean,
Good event.
copious
Yeah.
amounts
Good
of
event.
champagne. Like,
Yes.
you know?
Champagne showers.
Listen, I'm talking about
You know,
cool
you had a
champagne,
flashback, yeah.
hot
Yeah.
champagne.
When
Yes.
breakfast had a party, and they had the rain, the fall bad, mud for everything.
I remember that year.
That
Remember
year, they
that
had
year.
the Mother Sally's,
Yeah.
Mobby, everything was big.
Yeah.
Want top class, man.
I remember
Top
that year.
class.
I had a whole set of
I
Jamaican
could jump
friends
behind a
come
bike
out
and
for
just
that.
pull out
Yeah.
events that like from the team that I could tell you that was just good, epic.
Yeah.
The rain poured out here, but people
Pour.
stand up in that
And
rain
peop-
and
and
party here.
Players crap.
Listen,
I
I-
got-
Hannah
I
and
have
party.
all their videos, brother.
I
Yeah.
drink
those
some Johnny
videos.
Walker Blue at a bliss already, right? I don't know how I didn't turn blue.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna see that experiences nowhere.
No,
you
nowhere
see blue,
else.
you see that in the airport and a case.
Yeah. You don't get
You don't get that
a
case.
bar
so-
telling you they be serving for hour. Then they say we
But-
gone from hour.
But I will
doing the
say
whole
this
night.
much. I need to put this in there. I'm not saying that Johnny Walker Blue going pocket in the road. I'm not saying that, right? I'm not saying that at all.
Get out of here.
But I'm just saying that I went to Bliss.
And they had it.
You know, they have that we have that level of experience that we share. I think that again, it goes without saying that we all one, we're the same. We're
Mhm.
more or less the same. When Anthony speaks, I hear a lot of him in a lot of myself in him. And sometimes I feel when I say something and I'm waiting for someone to back me up, it doesn't necessarily mean it's somebody from the Vida team. It
Right.
could be somebody from the Esquire team. It'd be like, Ryan, that's right. You're right about that. You know, that's how we have to do about it. So the support is there and it's natural. You know, it is not forced in any way. The merger, our merger was seamless.
I love that. I love how it is that when brands could complement each other and join together. And again, like, it doesn't feel like a money grab. People don't have to feel like
Nah.
them.
I mean, it's not necessary. I mean, that's not what it's about, you
It
know?
needs to be because you don't want, whereas every fact or in Barbados is known for, all right, I see that up on the poster, so I ain't gonna look for that when they get there. Are you expecting that thing's gonna run out early or like you
Yo.
gotta be there in a certain time?
Yeah.
Whenever you get there, food gonna still be there.
Yep.
When you get there, drinks can still be there. And when you leaving, you can still get something to drink. You know that sometimes them 3 times people will not get something. Like you get to the event, that section, the food done gone.
Yeah.
The drinks are run out already. I've never experienced that like that there. Never, ever, ever, ever. And that is something that I don't know if it's something that is catered for. I don't know how you actually think about that before, but that's something that's been happening in Barbados. You can go at any given time. You ain't getting the food, your drink's gone, and there's trouble.
Trust me. On the road too.
And then you cussing, you know what I'm saying? But you might cuss and you might go home with that, and then you might not, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but who the dog look elite? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because you never know, so they might walk away and say, oh, but you know, like they may get a lot of things from a lot of different people, but you're hearing them complaining about them, you know?
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
I like the fact that the commitment to excellence is always there, and I ain't gonna worry. I ain't gonna worry about none of them other little things you gotta worry about in a party. And they bring an international vibe to show Bajans like you ain't gonna laugh, because some people might not get the experience to going in for Trinidad.
Yeah, that's true.
Or go to something in Jamaica. So
exactly.
These people that actually go to these things and bring new ideas and concepts to Barbados, actually helping the promoters called coffee, you know?
Exactly.
So
true.
Raising the level now of promotions in Barbados all around the board. So.
No, really and truly, because oftentimes you need somebody to come in like that. So y'all in St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, all over. So you come back and you say, all right, this is the bar here, I can raise it. And
this
then other people say,
this is
how it's supposed to be now.
Correct. So let me put it out there. High tea was a concept that was created after we went to an event called Verve Clicquot Carnival in Miami.
So you take with all their champagne bottles?
Yeah.
So I mean, it wasn't a matter of us copying anything. I think when Jen walked in, she's like, this is the type of event that I would put on.
Yeah.
I will spend my money to put this type of event on. And I was just like, well, let me do it. So what we did is we take the elements that we knew would have worked in Barbados. We remove the things that we didn't think would work. And then when we put together the concept, you know, we had to bring in some of our friends to help us execute it and so on. But it was created off of our experiences traveling to Miami, to LA, to New York. And then we travel a lot for work with Jay Angelique, with the fashion company. But we also believe that people deserve it. People deserve it. You work hard, and you might not be able to travel as often as we do because your job doesn't allow for it or whatever. Your time is not as flexible as ours. But at the same time, you might need a break from whatever reality that you have, so that at the end of the day, we putting together concepts to allow you to just be able to do these things with relative ease. You don't have to leave Barbados to get an international experience.
Right.
Why would you? Why would you have to?
Why would you?
You could get that right here.
Behind the scenes to know what we're missing.
Yeah.
What will make it better.
And also, I think that Barbados does a good job of representing the international landscape as well. You know, a lot of these restaurants and so on are very, you know, they're all world class. Some of the best culinary experiences you can get at the restaurants here in Barbados.
Top class.
In the room when you talk.
So I think that it's just a general energy that we just want to make sure and encapsulate and provide a product that, you know, we think that the representation is there, but we want to put it together in a nice way that you could experience it in like a one experience. You know, you want to, from the time you step into our band launch all the way through the cup over experience, every time you have a touch point with VXE or with Vida by Esquire, every time you have a touch point, whether it be at the band launch, whether it be at registration at the band house, whether it be at distribution, whether it be when you come for breakfast on Kadooment Monday morning, whether it be when you get stuff, you get your drinks on the road, when you collect your costume, when you're messaging Janelle about, you know, your costume, when you're going on our website, any experience that you have, any touch point that you have, we want to ensure that you leave there feeling like, yo, yeah, they thought about that.
Yeah, they put the effort into that. Like, I can't explain to you how that feels to know that a brand has thought forward and thought about those little things. Again, as you talk about the goodie bag, or making sure that comfort is at the center of creating a costume, because people create costumes and they're not comfortable. Or they're not functional, or they're falling apart halfway on the road.
You know that we got some heavy things that
Exactly. Shit and thing.
Make sure your costume
Right, you down Station Hill and your costume starting to shackle out.
But I think it's our goal too that when you finish and you jump and you come to the after spot, you get your meal and you're relaxing, or even if you continue partying, or however you want your experience to be. 2 months down the road, you should comfortably put on your wire and go out.
That's exactly it. It shouldn't, as you say, you get down the road.
So like a wedding dress.
Right.
If you want to put it down, you can take it up again.
Take it up again.
I mean, if you want to restaurant, I guess, don't. If you want to use it to go to a little fete,
right, because girls do that. Yeah, you do your pick up your wire brand. It's how you accessorize and you dress it up. But it should, the technique, it should be still good to go. It shouldn't. You wear a bra popping out at the back when you get those spring garden.
And we have a lot of, I mean, this is a lot of information, but we have a lot of quality checks and so on. I mean, that's how we've designed the company as well, to have multiple quality checks. And we produce everything.
Yeah.
Right? That's another thing a lot of people don't know. We produce everything. So Jen has her eye, I have my eye, our team has their eyes focused on making sure that when these products leave our building, that the quality is there. Similarly, when Anthony and them focusing on the food and beverage element of the band, or on the infrastructural element of the band, they are ensuring that the experience is what they want it to be, rather than what you get.
Exactly.
That's not it. That's what they want. That's what we want it to be. So, I mean, I could talk about what we want to do. People just have to either trust us or don't trust us and come and see for yourself.
Yeah, I believe we have to see now how ballot season goes, whether people do virtual or in person, but I think it's a good element, especially quote unquote post-pandemic. Exactly.
We was inside.
Exactly.
Listen, people, in case you're listening, the country boy coming out, listen, the launch is something to be seen. You don't need to sit this on the megapixels. If you see it on somebody's camera, it's not going to show you the right thing.
Exactly.
Don't sit down and wait for the boy to snap inside of this venue, because if I am anywhere near, go ahead and I cut it on signal for anything to go over the, you need to be at the venue to see the setup. And see the costumes, see the venue, and see all the surprises that are going to come out on stage at that event. That's what you need to do. Gone are the days where you sit down home and watching the phone, watching somebody's business. Half the time you never like the body. Don't do that. You know what the day is? What? The second? The second. Take your time now. Put it in your calendar. It's only next week.
So the thing is, we have multiple ticketing options available. It's online. By Vida at Vida by Esquire.
So you have something free too, right?
Yeah, we put 100 free. I mean, that was like,
I want some free too, because you start giving away some from
You'll get it.
You don't need
the thing is, virtual is never a consideration for us.
No.
Actually, let me not lie. It was a consideration during COVID time because of what was happening in COVID time.
Correct.
But we were, certain directors stood firm that as a new band, or as a band in Barbados, we have to contribute to the cultural landscape by reintroducing a proper band launch. And I don't mean another hit to any other band or anything like that. It's just proper from our perspective.
Exactly. As you said, as the first time, you want to land with the right. If you land with virtual, be like, I see it.
For me performing as an artist, when you come into crop over season and you get booked for a band launch, the band launches of then, I ain't talking about then would have been the highlight of one of the better fetes and parties to go to. Because when that launch, you get everything, you get a little bit of this, you get a little bit of that, your party at that day. But then throughout the years, it become, as I said, it went virtual and then COVID and then so we know into the get back outside. Where it is a thing. Whereas you with your eyes, you can see it, and you see the structure, you see the ladies. That's something that's party culture. Band launch is party culture.
To us, it's our contribution. We have to ensure that everything we do, we add to the cultural element of the crop over experience. And for us, it starts with the band launch. It starts with the band launch. And it could only, condition from there onward and create some new realities along the way. But for us, it starts at the band launch.
I like that because then people really get a feel for the brand that you would not get, as you say, in a virtual and through a screen. You're just saying, I'm watching it for a new band.
11 or something, they're just saying the pixels.
Right, the pixels jumping.
You really don't know what's happening.
Really feel for the brand or
the movement, the glimmer.
Yeah, how it catch the light. Yeah. Because as you say, it could be an 811 and then you there and they ain't really saying nothing. Exactly.
You don't see what
but that nine right, that green look funny.
From off of that. You know what I'm saying? You selling yourself short there.
And then to be
short of an experience for sure.
It might be a 5-minute video. People want to sit down and watch a 5-minute video. So you could remind people all the different areas that they can find out information about VXE.
So you have an Esquire Entertainment on Instagram. You have Vida by Esquire on Instagram. You have at Designer J Angelique on Instagram. You have Vida by Esquire on Twitter. You have all of our committee members listed. And also you would have like affiliated pages. So like you would see the breakfast, you would see it on a couple other names which I can't name yet. You would see them releasing the information. And you can go on Ticket Links website to take a look at the tickets and to purchase your tickets and so on. There is an option you can pay at the door as well, but it's a little more economical to wear tickets before.
Just grab it early before. Keep it.
We have 100 ladies already plugged in.
All them get grabbed up
in a day. In a day.
I shouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Yeah, in a day, the 100 tickets were gone. And I think that it was just a representation of people are excited to see what's going to come out of it. And I think that, let everyone come out, have a good time primarily. It is a band launch party.
Yeah,
it's not. True. It's not you come in to stand up and
stare at a stage.
No, come out.
Wait for caution to come out and then you disappear afterwards. It's a party.
Come out and have fun. Come out and party. We have our all-star DJ cast line up. We have some performances. You have a couple of surprises in store, and ensure that you charge your cell phone to 100% before you get out the car. You're gonna have a lot of moments you want to capture. You have a lot of moments you want to share. I think it's very important that you come with your phone charged, and I think to come to just basically see what we have in store. I think it's very important to note that we are excited to host everyone's coming to the event, as some people are excited to see. So the excitement is shared.
Yeah. Again, there's no money. Like, there's the real feeling behind the brand that you're really coming to put on an experience and something that people could, not just that it's a party element. You can say that was a good fit. You come away saying, all right, I understand this man a little better. I like the costumes. I like what he's seeing.
Yeah.
I like the price point. I could go and sign up here now. I could shut my egg. I know these two brands good. I'm going to sign up and I don't want to see nobody else. I got to worry about nothing. I know I
that's what we want. Product. What we want is to be able to know, okay, this is our team TEAM for Kadooment. These people sign up. We roll in with this squad. This is the VXE family.
Yeah.
Let me go down the road.
I like that. I like that a lot. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out to this podcast. It really was a pleasure. I really do feel as though I understand so much more if I was just a casual listener that you get into it,
You can kind of balance.
I feel so. I definitely feel so. I feel so.
Because we do each
other. Exactly.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, man, it was a blast. It honestly was.
Yeah, always good, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
I learned some stuff.
You see, we both learned some stuff. We got something here. Thank you for listening to our podcast. This episode was recorded and produced by Robbie at Nameless Productions.